Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Foster. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
They're going to look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check. Watch twist.
They'll try the right side with Foster. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
Here comes
Brings
the
up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Foster. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 49-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they hand to Foster. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Auden Tate, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. First carry now for Justice Hill. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have, as they get him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Rolling to his right. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 81 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches. There's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win, and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Second and 9 now. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He may try and run for this. Gets through, and now an opening. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. 7-7, our score after 1.
With the score tied 7.
Go! 30 base. Block the run. Shoot. Go.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
All day, dog.
They go play action now. Jackson And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but doesn't matter what you call them.
Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Jackson from the shotgun, escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And an alley to run. Trotty. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way down. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. A first down carry for Foster. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Check 52.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to let one fly for Tate. That's going to be caught. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. They'll try and punch it in with Foster. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
On second down, it's Hill. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Jackson looking to throw on third. Out to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second and long. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Brings up second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10. Second and 10. Eluding the pressure right. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down.
Here we go.
Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
Time to go night-night.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch out, watch out.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Watch the twins.
On 2nd down now, it's Hill, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the 1st time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
Yeah, it's the man read. Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just...
He can run for it, and he will. And he works free. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
I'd sure love to offer some advice to the defensive coordinator, but his guys are just getting run over by an offense that's executing like a well-oiled machine.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
At the Bengals' 35-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
You ain't got nothing. Switch. Spawn.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Buying time to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. He may try and run for this. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Check, crunch. He's checking. Crunch.
Now a 10th carry for Hill. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Justice Hill with touchdown number 8 on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And the Bengals on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. They'll run on first down. It's Foster. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They keep it in the hands of Foster. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's get it.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And taken right at the 35. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more? And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
At the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Go. Watch with the 7.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
At the 29-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Give him 16 yards on the play. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken near the 13. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end? Just nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Space to maneuver at the 40. Open man, here's Foster. As they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Back to throw. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. He's going deep for Brown. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd. Waiting for this game has been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's it, and goal at the 8-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Whip. Watch the whip.
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
3rd and goal, Jackson got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 29. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Baltimore, it will wind up a .500 season as the win means they'll finish right at 8-8. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to finish the year 10-6. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. I'm Brandon Gaudin, certainly have to...
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 bumpers, that's 20 booms. And ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got 3 favorite. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer.